Hey folks, so welcome to the first day of class. I am glad you're here. I am really feeling lucky to be able to do this senior seminar with you. So yeah, I hope we have fun. I'm Dr. G. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. Probably a lot of you who have had me before know that, but I just figured I would, let you know. Here's what we're going to do today. The first thing you're going to do is just to watch this course overview video. It is on the longer side, so if you decide that you're like, it's not my jam, you can totally just check out this document where I just kind of walk you through the things that I would want you to know about just the course overview. All right? Then from there, I would love for you to complete this Getting to Know You survey. It is, a Google survey. Just want to get to know you. Perfect. And next, I want y'all to set up your Slack. So it's real easy. Just accept my invite first. And then I want you to learn how to use Slack. Now, some of you who have had me before, especially during this lovely timeline, pandemic timeline, you already know how to use Slack, so you can obviously skip this. But it is really, really helpful to learn how to use Slack. Trust me when I tell you that so Slack is like this really cool sort of platform that companies and nonprofits use and institutions of education use to collaborate with each other. And it's quite lovely. If you're familiar with Discord, think about Slack as sort of like Discord for grown-ups. But I say that, I have a Discord. I'm a grown-up, damn it. So the point is, if you're familiar with Discord, this is very similar, right? So there's this tutorial through Kent State. We have access to LinkedIn Learning. It used to be called lynda.com until LinkedIn bought it. So anyway, the point here is there is a course there on how to learn Slack. I don't want you to watch the whole thing because my God, right? So you have free access to LinkedIn Learning through Kent State. These are the instructions in terms of how to get on to LinkedIn Learning. There's also a lovely video that I recorded to kind of show you how to get onto LinkedIn Learning. But I only want you to watch these chapters 1, 2, and 4, okay? Now, the person who does the videos, Jenny Von Carter, speaks so slow. So if you want to speed up her voice, it's not a bad coping strategy, right? But these are the kinds of things that she shows you how to do, all right? So once you have done that, I'm going to skip the quizzes again, right? I want you just to know how to use this, and I want you to know it because it'll be helpful for you even outside of class time. So then I want you to edit your Slack profile so that you have a picture and so that you have your pronouns listed next to your name. And there is a video, once again, where I show you how to do that, all right? So if you're confused, that's the way to do it. Next, just kind of think about how you want to use Slack during the semester. So I don't necessarily think it's a hot idea to only do it on your phone. I have Slack on my phone, but I also have it downloaded on my desktop and on a tablet. I have my Slack everywhere. But the reason for that is because, I want to make sure that I can answer all y'all's stuff, your questions and such, be available, right? So, I think probably the best way might be to download the desktop app so that you can kind of that way you're not toggling back between browsers, or you can just access it in your web browser, which is totally fine too, all right? So just kind of figure out how you want to use Slack, So there's that. The next thing is, go over to Social Space. I've linked to that place for us, and just introduce yourself. So just to let you see that this works, all right? This is our, oh, hi, Piper. This is our social space, right? So what I want you to do is to introduce yourselves in this social space. I just wanted you to see that all these hyperlinks work, all right? So just introduce yourself in any kind of way that you feel comfortable, all right? And I'll let you all decide what you want to do, all right? The next thing is just to kind of interact with your peers, right? So read their posts, respond to them, show them some emoji love, right? That kind of thing. Because you can emoji respond to people, and it's kind of neat, right? So there's that. For homework, the only thing I want you to do is I want you to read these, like this overview of assignments that are our major assignments in the class. It's really easy, just in case you're curious. The Convos thing is basically like, hey, when we are watching like some of the series episodes in class, you're going to hop on the Convos channel and talk. All right, so that's what that's about. The reflections assignment, there are going to be times where you are watching episodes for homework, and I'm going to want you to kind of like respond in terms of like, hey, like, what's my deal? Like, what am I thinking about this so far? So that's what the reflections channel assignment is. No big deal, pretty easy. And then the sources thing, one time before the end of the unit, I want you to find a secondary source that is related to the series that we're watching. Now, there are some scholarly articles on specific series, especially the older ones like Steven Universe and Over the Garden Wall and Adventure Time. Those are really popular. I think there are some on She-Ra too right now. But the point is, yeah, you can find some cool published academic articles and book chapters on series, but you can also find something that's related to a theme, like representations of various social groups in animated film, or maybe something is talking about like PTSD in popular culture, right? Because, right, it's the apocalypse. Or you might find something about like the apocalypse, right? Like some section of something. There are also ones about the usefulness of like weirdness in children's animated films. Like, what's the point of that? So there are a lot of different things that you can do, right? Or the whole point is, that's all it is. Find one secondary source, engage with it, right? And then, like, by which I mean like read it or watch it or listen to it depending on what it is, and then share that to the sources channel. Now, it does have to be like quality, right? But you only have to do one, and you're just going to explain what's cool about it, what it's about, and why it might be useful to your peers, all right? Then from there, the very last thing is, remember how I told you that at the end of every unit you're going to do a one-pager. That one-pager is 700, I almost said $700, my God. No, 700 words or more, right? That is a response to the, that's like writing inspired by. So you can do an analysis, or you can do any other kind of like English studies genre, but it has to be like either in response to, by which I mean like an analysis, or it's inspired by, right? So there are lots of different ways that you can do that, and this one pager will kind of talk about those kinds of options that might be really interesting to kind of look at, okay? So that is what I want you to do, is just read the instructions for those, because those are the 4 things that we're going to be doing over and over and over again, right? So that's it, friends. You know what we're doing today, and you know what we're doing for homework, all right? Let's have a good day.